Okay, I will start with this guy first, Foorin. He is a collaboration unit from Shin Megami Tensei or Persona series. Well, obviously, he is nothing but DPS attacker, but that's not the main point. This support ability is probably one of the rare skills in the whole game. He will reflect back any wind elemental skills attack for 3 turns from the start of the map, which means if he is facing only wind team in the arena, he is nothing but a god. But nowadays, especially the recent new units, they have the ability to penetrate, reflect, or by using non-elemental skills like Lilu. It will be super useless with this reflect, but doesn't mean he will lose the fight, since his attack power is very high. Then next is, he has the Kaitan effect from this super ability, which means every critical hit will recover 20% of his maximum HP, and also increase his critical rate and damage when his HP is more than 75%. And with this version, it will further increase the critical buff when he receives any damage. Or you can switch with this version counter, so that it will recover his HP if he lands a critical hit. But this is only for the close range, so beware. And if you are using him for the normal quest, you can switch this super ability with this one for more damage. And next is about his lethal skill. He will have dual regen, and ration counter will have power up for 5 turns. Basically, his 2 rations effects combine into one, and the shooting range is 7 plus move towards the enemies and attack, so that his ration counter can be animated easily. And most of his skills attack have an additional buff that increases his maximum HP plus recover for 1 turn when he defeats any enemy. But this skill doesn't have the buff, so beware. And then for these mementos, it will increase his skill usage, which means his laser skill can use 2 times. Very nice. And his BJ ability will increase his physical attack with dual regen and status immune if his HP is 100%. So during the arena, at least he will not get any bad status from the start, unless the opponent is using an attack first. And this accessory from that mementos will permanently increase his all parameters from the weapon ability, and with this status. And for this weapon, you can get it from his event ES quest. And then with HP regen gear or any resistance up gear, and you are good to go. Next is Eulalia, who is from the Genesis Ranger type unit. And usually, Ranger's shooting range is quite long but has lower damage than the close range attacker. But for her case, you can switch around her playstyle, either so-so damage or with this support ability equipped, some of her skills will have the power up with higher attack power plus property of critical, but with cast time. And you need to sacrifice either one of these 2 support abilities, either a shorter shooting range or lesser damage. And if you are using her for the boss battle or port raid, definitely you do not need to increase her shooting range, but just attack power. And this is also very good, but exclusive for manual, and you need to master her 5th gate. She will have this buff until she receives any damage, and it will also greatly increase evasion at nearby allies until they evade 1 time. So at least she will not receive any damage for 1 time, other than 100% hit or super high dex attacker. Or you can use Tina or anyone who has cover skill to protect her, so that she will have a permanent high damage buff with cast time down. And then this buff will boost your allies with shooting range +2. Very good for your shooting team. This is about these mementos. It can be optional, especially since this BJ ability is also for manual use. it will boost her damage when she has bind status. But this good skill is quite good for her. And for this Bijan Girl award, overall it's not bad, especially all damage shield 3 times from the start of the map. Quite good for PvP, but still optional as well. And for this weapon, you can get it from her Genesis event, I think from achievement section. Overall it's quite good, especially against Gluttony type unit. But then this bow is even better for her or anyone who can equip this. One of the best bow in the game. Yeah, so in short, she is good to go without mementos and try to team with Lifa for more damage. Next is this ancient dragon, Schmeir. She is an evasion unit, but not as high as some other evasion units like Yaras, Baluto, etc. But at least she has a slightly high dex, which means the chances of hitting evasion unit are also higher. And next is, she will transform into True Dragon for 5 turns from the start during auto, and use Dragon Realization or weather effect, but cannot be overwritten with other weather effect. And this effect is still unique even now. All units other than Wind Elemental will have 100% hit notified. This means anyone who has low dex cannot make it against any evasion unit. But you still need to avoid the Wind Gang who has 100% hit. And for her ration, it will activate before the enemy's attack and reduce their accuracy and attack power while increasing her certain status depending on the attack type. But it will not activate from the strike attack and jump attack, so beware. And if you use this skill, her ration will have changes. It will activate from all types of attack and she will use counter attack instead. And also reduce accuracy plus remove all buff plus rebellion effects for 3 turns. Rebellion effect means her ration will still activate even if the enemy uses any skill that can ignore her ration or any related debuff. But she will not use this skill during auto, so beware. And for these mementos, I think might be a must for her because of this evasion up and debuff turn +1. And this BJ ability is not bad. It will reduce the enemy speed and wind resistance plus bind status, and it is a trap panel. Very good for anything that is for manual. And for this Pigeon Claw award, it will greatly increase her evasion rate until she evades any attack for 1 time from the start of the map. This is very good for arena and also increase her magic attack. So overall, she is quite specialized in PvP than PvE, but you still can use her for PvE content, no problem. And try to equip her with evasion set rune, and you are done. Lastly is this character from Phantom of the Kill, Yggdrasil. And I think the pronunciation should be Yggdrasil. Not really that sure, seriously. Well, basically she is an attacker and supporter at the same time. This means she is very good at all content, except for maybe port rate. Boss battle is still okay though. And next is about this support skill. It will increase all parameters plus maximum HP plus magic attack times 2 for 2 turns. And this magic attack buff can be changed depending on which Phantom of the Kill weapon she is equipped. If it is a sword, it will increase slash attack. Or if it is a spear, it will increase pierce attack, etc. And she will be using this skill during the first or second turn when you are using auto. Very good. And for all of these skills, if she defeats any enemy, this buff will activate and also increase her all attack. But this is only just 1 turn, so beware. And for this skill, it will permanently increase her status and cannot be used again during next 3 turns. This is quite good, especially she will use this skill during auto. But if you want to use her as a buffer, I suggest you turn off this skill. If not, there is a chance that she will use this buff skill again after she uses this skill. This means she will not use any attack skill at the enemy. Yeah. And next is about her ration. She will drain the enemy status before the attack. Okay, this is still considered normal because the shooting range is only within 4 to 6. But when you equip this armor, you can get it from Phantom of the Kill ES quest. It will further power up this ration and it will activate from all range for 3 turns from the start. This is super good for PvP. And then this support ability is also very good because of this. It will fully recover her HP with this resistance buff and CT down notified for 1 turn when her HP is less than 35%. And this resistance buff can also be changed just like the other buff. So at least she can easily withstand the damage during that 1 turn. And she also has 100% guts when her HP is 100% and with maximum HP down resistance. This is also quite good, but she will have HP regen notified, so beware. But at least you still can use any ally to heal her, so it is still okay. Well, as for her mementos, overall is optional for her if you only use her as a buffer, but as an attacker, it will be a must for her. It will increase her shooting range, and she can ignore the enemy, reflect and absorb with this skill, and it is 100% hit, very good. And also activate the additional buff for 1 turn if she defeats the enemy. And for this Bijunker award weapon ability, she will have shield for 2 attacks from the start. This is quite good for PvP, especially against any shooter. And this support disable resistance and shooting range +1 are also very good. So basically, she is nothing but very good. And other equipment like runes or phantom memory, well, up to you.